War just got very cold again for these US Marines, training with tanks in Norway, on the eastern borders of a NATO that's suddenly nervous once more. They're moving forwards now towards the fake enemy positions, but these kind of exercises, since Russia's moves in Ukraine, have taken on a new kind of realism and urgency. In January, 300 Marines will move to Norway permanently. That's how worried about Moscow's intentions they are.
Go.
For now, a unit from North Carolina are readying these Abrams tanks, normally stored deep in caves, but now the furthest north of the Arctic Circle they've ever been.
Swap this team, radio!
After Iraq and Afghanistan, these are old, new war games about protecting Europe.
Oh, no.
And they know that when the enemy isn't role-playing, it'll probably be the newly emboldened Russian military.
In 2014, that was a clear sign that Russia has stepped into an area where they are willing and able to use military power. You know, suddenly we have changed focus from what was going on, in particular in Afghanistan, and to collective defense, national defense.
A change in focus somebody's watching. Norwegian police investigating 10 sightings of medium-sized unidentified drones over these exercises. At the furthest point north of the border you can go, it's an open game of watching. A Russian helicopter lands, rare here. And when Donald Trump questioned America's commitment to NATO and seems to want an entente with Russia, that bit of land just there, it gets noticed here. So all the way up here, did you hear about Donald Trump becoming US president?
Yeah, I did.
What do people think out here?
I'm not allowed to talk about that, actually.
It's not really a Russian invasion they worry about here, but rather the sort of separatist uprising Russia fomented in Ukraine. Little green men with guns creating trouble. We're heading out with the Norwegian Border Patrol towards their frontier with Russia, a presence on the ground being vital for them in ensuring nothing untoward happens with their large, at times unfriendly neighbour. That's really the reason for the Norwegian and American tanks you saw earlier. To be sure that even out here in the empty pines and crisp snow, no matter what a Trump presidency brings, there's enough muscle already here to enforce NATO's promises of collective security. Haven't seen any Russians at all?
It happens. You just salute them.
Would you like to talk to them? If you could?
Probably, but it's illegal.
It is strange to hear Norwegians, NATO members, talk so vividly again about the Russian threat. The constant and real backdrop to this survival training happening tonight under a staggering display of the Northern Lights. Not until now has being sure you're ready happen with such a sense of insecurity about Europe's very borders that mounts slowly as the Trump presidency nears. Nick Payton-Walsh, CNN, Kirkenes, Northern Norway.